I'm ready.
All ready?
Yeah. Hi, I'm from Brass. Brass is a rowing group here in Pittsfield, and when I moved here with my husband 25 years ago, we saw we were near Lake Onoda, which you will see in a moment, and he said, I'm going to resume my rowing, and I didn't know what he was talking about. Well, it was the beginning of a new life for me, and I love it. So this is Onoda looking over at the Taconic Range into New York State. And if you have never seen it, it's one of the most beautiful spots in Pittsfield. And you should see it. It's not the one that you drive by on Route 7. But it is a beautiful lake, and this is Burbank Park pathway that you can walk right along the lake. Burbank Park is owned by the city. And within that park, they were going to demolish an old bathhouse. So we asked if we could make it into a boathouse, which we did. And you see the boathouse in the background. The left-hand side you can see was an addition that Taconic Vocational School helped us build because we needed 42 feet to fit 4 oared shells. And the shells you see there are singles. Here's looking at the entrance to the boathouse. Those are ergs. You might have seen them in a gym. Ergonometer, keep you strong and healthy and keep you fit for when the snow and ice go away and we get back on the water on the boat. So these are some people who are actually closing up the boathouse. This is inside the boathouse. Right now there are 17 boats inside that boathouse. There isn't a lot of room. But most of what you see is a single, one person rowing it, or a double, 2 people rowing it. We also have 2 fours and 1 quad. And the difference is a quad is rowing, sculling is 2 oars. And a pair or a 4 is 4 people, but 1 oar for each of those people. This is a single, obviously. That person has 2 oars, and they're the only one moving that boat. And if you notice, they're going backwards. Here is a quad. I was going to ask you, but it's a quad. Each person has 2 oars. They are going backwards. The far back person has to watch and see where we're going. And, May 31st is our open, free Learn to Row. Every spring we have a Learn to Row. Anybody can come. You need to call the boathouse and sign up so that we don't get too many people. On the land, you learn how to row. First on the erg that you saw, and this is called an oar master. This will go into a shell, which you'll see in a moment. But with this, you can learn the whole stroke, including the arm motion, the hand motion, etc. And in a moment, this person's going to be they've taken the oar master, put it in the boat, and each person gets reinforced. We watch them row as we hold on, and then when they're feeling more comfortable, we let them go. And there are buoys out there, and there are also instructors out there to... Oh, now we're into the youth program. One of the things they do is learn how to get back into the boat if they fall out. And that happens sometimes, but it's easy to get back in. The boat will never sink. It always floats. In fact, the oars float also. So this person is doing that. This is another part of the youth program. They're working with the oars, the ergs, which have monitors which can show them how fast, how strong, how they're doing, so they can watch their own progression. And here are 2 campers in a double. They have 2 oars. They are sculling. And the person behind them is in a single, and he is also sculling. These are recreation shells. They're a little wider and more stable than the racing shells. The seats are the same width, but the rest of the boat is much smaller in a racing shell. Okay, these are the kids rowing a 4. So each person has one very long oar. At one point, for a number of years, we had a high school racing team. This is one of the groups of boys. You see they are rowing a 4, and they have a coxswain. The coxswain is looking at them, telling them what to do right or wrong. He can see ahead, so he's steering the boat and keeping things under control. This is an 8. We do not have an 8 because we don't have 84 feet in the boathouse. But these girls are from Redfield House and Helen Baruch Center. They are single moms, and we're trying to help them with teamwork to identify as something other than just a single mom. And these are the girls. They went to a regatta at the end of the summer with other single moms, and they did very well. Wow, we're up to this one. Okay, last year was the first time that brass put a float in the 4th of July parade, and we won best first-time float. We could have been the only one, but at any rate. And this is our mission. Brass is dedicated to the promotion and advancement of recreation and competitive rowing with the focus on education and camaraderie of the sport. And these people obviously are all members of the club. So we welcome you to come and see our situation. Come on May 31st and join us and give it a try.